Hello you guys, it's Lauren. Welcome to my channel for the love of. If you're joining for the first time, I want to say welcome. Thanks for taking the time to click on this Goose Creek dual candle reviews. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber, as always, welcome back. I've had a lot of you eagerly awaiting for me to review these. Today I'm going to be reviewing two of Goose Creek's newest candles for their Easter/Spring 2021 season. Today I'm going to be reviewing / hauling for you Vanilla Cloud and Candied Easter eggs. There was about 5 different fragrances, I believe 5 or 6 different Easter candles available for their Easter collection. These were the two that seemed most interesting to me, so I wound up grabbing them. I did actually get a chance to burn them as well. So I'm going to be doing kind of a first sniff impression, and then I'm also going to do a mini review based off of the first burn on both of these candles. I do also have one other candle that I had on this order. It's from the men's line. I'll haul that for you at the end of the video. If you're looking for just a specific review on a certain fragrance, check the description of my video. I will have it timestamped. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. Getting into the smell and to the scent. So Vanilla Cloud, I got this one because mainly I felt it would be a really good blending candle. I could pair it with any of my wax melts or anything like that. Let me read you the notes and I'll also throw them up on the screen. The notes for Vanilla Cloud include a fluffy marshmallow. Let's see. Yes, they have a cute little narrative and it had fluffy marshmallow as the main point in there. And then notes of marshmallow and vanilla, cookie dough, and a creamy batter. So what do I get from this candle? When I opened this up, actually between the two, this was my favorite on cold. I like both of them, but this was my favorite. I like a good, just kind of creamy vanilla scent. It did smell awfully light. Between the two on cold, this one was the lightest. I figured it wouldn't be that strong. I was a little worried that it might be too light, but the scent that I was getting was very good. Just kind of a creamy vanilla. They're saying like a cookie dough batter type fragrance. That's kind of what I got, just like a vanilla, creamy, semi cookie dough. I don't get like a chocolate chip cookie dough, but you just kind of get that kind of heavy cookie doughness. I do get a little bit of marshmallow. To me, this doesn't really remind me of like, say, a Bath and Body Works marshmallow note you would get in like Campfire Marshmallow. To me, it's not that pronounced, but if you're a vanilla fan and you're a fan of like, you know, cupcakes and yummy sweetsy bakery type vanilla, cookie dough type scents, I do think you'll like this one. Keep in mind, it might be a little bit light. This one, I am not going to expect to fill a medium or large room. It's just not that type of scent. What I did do is I actually put this in the half bath. So I have it lit now for filming purposes, but I did have it lit in the half bath for about an hour, maybe an hour and some change, kind of let it do its thing. It pooled out, no issues pooling out. The wax pool was even. Within, I would say maybe 15 minutes or so, I kind of forgot I had it going. And I was just catching really yummy, you know, sweetsy vanilla wafts. I was actually surprised because it was floating into the adjacent room and I was catching wafts. So it threw more than I expected. But again, not the strongest candle, but if you're a vanilla fan, I do think you'll like this. Throw 1 to 10, 10 of course being the strongest. This is probably like a 5.5, maybe even a 6, depending the size room you have. I know a lot of people now, if you have a scent or a candle that you really like and the throw isn't that great while burning, you can always put it like on a candle warmer and things like that. I know some companies don't endorse that, but I know a lot of us do it anyways. So just a thought, this might be one of those candles you would probably want to maybe either keep in a small room or maybe even just put it on a hot plate. Would I buy this again? Hard to say. The scent itself I really like. It is a tad light, so I don't know if this is a one and done for me. Again, this is only my second burn, so I don't know how it burns down. I will do Instagram follow-ups if you guys are interested, but on scent alone, if I was purchasing just on scent alone, yes, it is a repurchase for me just because it's such a versatile vanilla fragrance. All right, and next up is Candied Easter eggs. I know a lot of you have been waiting to hear my thoughts on this one. This is kind of like the quintessential, you know, Easter candle, a candied Easter egg candle. Super cute. I feel like this is probably one of the more popular ones. Again, like I said, there's a handful of other fragrances, but this one struck me as interesting and it just seemed the most Easter-esque. Again, very cute packaging on here. Super cute little wraparound label. Now on these ones, as I said earlier, on cold between the two, this one was the stronger of the bunch on cold. I actually initially did not like it. I don't know if it's because the wax wasn't warmed up enough, but the first thing that I got when I took the lid off, I just got hit in the face with just like a super artificial strawberry scent. And I go, it's so hard to find like a non-artificial fruit fragrance. And I'm not a huge fan of just straight fruit fragrances. I like them blended with vanilla or some other sort of fragrance to kind of round it out. But the more I smelt it, and once I let this kind of burn and do its thing, I kind of like it, you guys. If you're fans of like fruity scents with a little bit of extra, I don't know, oomph in there, I really think you'll enjoy this. The notes, and I'll throw them up on the screen. So the notes for Candied Easter eggs include strawberries, blueberries, candy, and marshmallows. So what do I get? So like I said, on cold, I just kind of got just the strawberry, kind of bland. But once it burns, you actually kind of do get the strawberry, you get the blueberry too. Not a super artificial blueberry scent, not the most authentic blueberry I've smelled, but it's kind of hard to get an authentic blueberry fragrance. So the strawberry and the blueberry together, it does just create kind of like a yummy strawberry blueberry kind of blend. As far as candy, they're saying candy. I don't get a super sugary, over the top, kind of disgustingly sugary note from this, which I'm glad. I don't like sickeningly sweet. The candy note is maybe kind of there. Maybe you get a little bit of like a candied shell, but not super sharp sugar crystals candy, but just more of like a candied shell, maybe the shells you would maybe get on like chocolate covered eggs. They're also saying marshmallow. I really don't get like a fluffy marshmallow. I just kind of just get a bit of vanilla, a little bit of a smoothness to kind of tone down the sharpness of the fruit. It's really good. And of course, this one was a little bit stronger. I did have it going in the open room, so right where I'm filming right now. Again, I let this one go for about an hour, maybe a little bit over an hour and 15 minutes or so. And it started throwing pretty quickly within the first 10 minutes or so. This one I started smelling a little more quickly. First 10, 15 minutes, it was starting to throw. It filled the room. It was definitely very noticeable. 1 to 10, 10 of course being the strongest. This was probably like a 7.5, maybe even an 8. It seemed to perform really well. No issues with the burning, pulled out evenly. The one thing I do want to mention on these candles, you guys, these are like little firecracker wicks. So be careful on these ones. I trimmed the wicks after my first burn right before I lit these for you guys, and it still kind of crackled and popped a little bit. Just be careful on these ones. Now that I'm burning these, I do remember that Goose Creek sometimes, especially on their 3 wicks, the wicks are just kind of finicky. You just have to trim them in between uses or else you're gonna get a lot of that popping action going on. You don't want that going into your wax. So big question, would I buy this again? As far as Candied Easter eggs, I don't think I would. And it's just because it's so close to that too artificial note for me on the strawberry and blueberry that I think it's a one and done for me. I like it. I enjoy the scent. I'm going to burn it. I'm going to pair it with some of my vendor wax melts for spring. It's a great fragrance. I just can't see myself buying it again, either in a candle form or in a wax melt form. All right, and I have one more candle to show you. This is definitely an off-season fragrance, but I did want to try their men's line, kind of an off-season type line that's available year-round. So this is part of their men's line. They had about, gosh, 5 to 6 different fragrances available, and I had a hard time choosing. Their men's line, I will mention, these are 3-wick candles, okay? So just keep that in mind. They are a little bit taller if you can kind of take a peek in comparison between their, I guess, traditional 3 wicks, but these are also supposed to be 3-wick candles as well. Let me tell you what my thoughts are, because I have not burned this one. This is actually supposed to be a gift, but I'll show you kind of my gripe with this candle in a moment. But let me read you the notes. So the notes for Fall Kickoff are bergamot, orange, jasmine, citrus, grass, leather, musk, and amber. I love this scent. To me, this is just kind of like, I would almost burn or melt this in the fall. It has kind of that warmth of like the leather, little bit of amber and musk, not over the top. You still have a little bit of freshness. That's probably that grass note in there. And then I do get the bergamot. I don't really get orange. I don't get jasmine, and I don't really get citrus, but I just kind of get like a well-rounded, almost bergamot fragrance with a little bit of a warm tone from maybe the leather or the musk. Really, really nice. I think this would make a really good fall burn for anybody. I couldn't wait to try it. But I'm gonna show you what my gripe is with this candle in a minute. Let me take off the lid and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here we are. I took the lid off this candle. So I actually was really excited to gift this. I will say, before I mention this, I reached out to Goose Creek. I emailed them. I've had to email them one other time and they're usually really good about this. But just keep this in mind, you guys, especially if you're ordering online. Always check your candles before you gift them. So this is actually, I don't know if it's gonna show up on camera. This is how I received the candle. So these are supposed to be 3 wick candles. So there's 1 wick right there. It looks like maybe they're in middle of production and forgot to put a wick on that other little hole there. And then one just did not get a wick put in altogether. What I did try to do is sometimes with these, they can be loose enough to where you can actually get the entire wax chunk out. I was actually almost just about to chunk it up and gift it to them that way. But I figured I'd reach out to Goose Creek and see if maybe they could do a replacement on it or something. And it's a bummer because the scent is really, really nice. I really enjoy it. And I did want to kind of burn it for you guys. But overall, if you are thinking of getting this fragrance or if you're curious on the men's line, I really enjoy this scent. This one seemed to have a lot of really good reviews, but I just kind of had a little bit of an issue, batch variance on that one. So just keep that in mind when you guys are doing your online shopping, especially if you're going to be gifting anything. Always check the wicks just to make sure it happens. It's not a huge deal. I'm sure Goose Creek will resolve it, but I did just want to share that for you guys. And that's it for me today on my Goose Creek candle haul / Goose Creek Easter candle review. If you have used any of these fragrances, leave it in the comments below. Let me know what ones your favorites are. If you did wind up buying something from Goose Creek's Easter line, let me know. Leave it in the comments. Are you planning on getting any candles for Easter? What ones are you burning? Any and all comments, leave them in the section down below. Before I sign off, I do also want to mention to you that I'm on Instagram. So if you're on there, please come find me at life, LIFE_with, WITH_L. I use my Instagram to post a lot of upcoming videos, purchases, hauls, vendor wax, things like that. So if you're on there, come find me. That's it for me today. As always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this review. As always, I hope you're having an awesome day, an awesome evening, weekend, an awesome start to the spring season. Yes, finally, nicer weather is here. Whatever time it is you're watching this video. Until next time, we'll see you later.